If an investment portfolio is to perform well in any conditions with minimal adjustments, it needs one key thing: diversification. What does that look like? You're going to have different stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies, etc., that offset each other or support each other. When one is failing or not doing as well, the other is picking up the slack, if you will. If your health and fitness is to perform well in any conditions with minimal adjustments, it needs one key thing: steroids. No, I'm just kidding. Diversification. What does that look like? In a practical sense, that is going to look like training, nutrition, and recovery. First off, I'll start with training and expand more on the others later. For training, you're going to need to have, here it is, training is going to include strength training, conditioning, and mobility. If you have strength but no conditioning or no mobility, that's not going to suit you well. If all you do is conditioning or endurance or sprints, but your strength isn't there, you're limiting yourself, and your mobility is limiting you as well. If all you do is mobility, but you don't have any strength or conditioning to go with it, you get the point. So how do you program this or plan it? You can do small bursts of strength, conditioning, and mobility, say 15 minutes to 30 minutes for each, and still get that all done within a day's time. If you want to spread it out across a week, you can do 3 strength days, 3 conditioning days, and mobility. It depends on your goals, but I would say as long as you're making a daily deposit into your training, whether that is strength or conditioning or mobility, and it's aligned with your goals in terms of how much you put in effort to each of those across a week or a month, etc., then you're going to be in a good spot. Now I'll move on to the other sections of that entirety of your health and wellness. Next is going to be nutrition. So if you're training really hard or you're doing a good job there, but you're not backing it up with the right nutrition, it's going to be all for naught. Under nutrition, we have 3 categories. That is going to be, first, it's not macros, if that's what you were guessing, of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. But nutrition, we have quality. That's going to be the first aspect. Quality, the nutrients, the density, the quality of it. Truly, there's different qualities of the same thing. Even if you're getting ground beef, there are various different aspects that you could look into to see what is the highest quality. Next is going to be, that's not the best example, but the quality of your food. Are you eating junk, or are you eating pure, clean, nutritious meals? The quantity of the amount of food that you're eating. So if you're eating a whole lot of good food, but you're trying to lose weight, you should probably just have the right amount of good food if you're trying to lose weight, etc. Or quantity being, are you eating enough at the right times? Do you have the fuel that you need to exercise? Do you have the fuel to replenish your body after working out, after a long day of work, etc. Quantity is going to be key if you're looking to add size, gain muscle, etc. And also if you're looking to lose weight, that's going to be key. Now you also just want to maintain your body weight, or not fluctuate so much, or not try to be in such a calorie surplus or a calorie deficit. The quantity is going to be key to just have that awareness of and still keep an eye on. And the third one, this may be up for debate. I wasn't sure where to put it down, but I have sunlight. So just like you consume your nutrients, you're going to be consuming or taking in sunlight. You want to get that vitamin D. It's not only going to boost your mood, but also help with a lot of things. Truly, it's almost like a steroid itself. Helps with your testosterone and things like that, hormone regulation, and it leads into also this next step, or the third aspect, being recovery. When you have training and nutrition in order, that's going to be great, but if you're not prioritizing the proper recovery to go along with it, you're going to be limiting yourself and not able to withstand the high intensity of training or the high repetitiveness of training, even if it is lighter. Same thing goes for the nutrition. You're going to make better nutritional decisions if you do have a recovery that is helping you out, not only physically but mentally and emotionally. Sunlight is going to help with that, but we'll go into the 3 aspects of recovery. Again, you can't just have one of these things in isolation. It's how the entire portfolio, if you will, is fitting together that matters. Same thing goes for your exercises, right? There's not one, or there may be one best exercise, but even if it depends how things are fit into your portfolio, and it's all based on your goals. Just like an investment portfolio is fit to you and your goals and has different things to accommodate different needs or create different desired results with a high probability of success, you need to do, or you can look at your health and fitness in the same way. On recovery, we have first sleep. Goes without saying, but the quality and quantity of your sleep and your sleep times or your sleep cycles is going to be key. And the second thing I have here is active recovery. So you have active and passive forms, alluding to the third point, but active is going to be anything where you're moving your body, you are stretching, you are foam rolling, you are doing an action that creates or improves your recovery. So that can look like going for walks in nature, going for a very light jog, possibly just moving your body, getting the blood flow going, doing some light yoga, some stretching, even some active myofascial release or foam rolling, stuff like that. And then we have the passive forms. So passive could be, passive could be icing your body if you have soreness, getting a sauna, going in an ice bath, using cold showers, using a cupping device such as this. This is the Revomatic. They have a newer version out, and they're pretty cool people to talk to, so we'll definitely reach out to them. But this cupping is going to basically you put it on a spot that is sore. You need to know what spots you can do this on and what you can't. And then it should suction on. There we go. Should bring blood flow to the affected area and enhance recovery by doing so, removing a lot of the tightness that you have. Say you have a muscle knot or just a muscle that needs enhanced recovery, especially in a quicker amount of time. That's going to be helpful to alleviate that tension and the buildup of stress in that part of the body by bringing more blood flow into it. It will probably leave a ring or a mark, and it takes 10 to 20 minutes depending on what you need. But that's another form of passive recovery. Others are going to be things, massages. I got some scraping done and sports massage, mostly on my back, but full body realistically. And those are going to be helpful as well. So you have all of those. And then the final thing I want to put on here that I can't understate enough. Now, those 9 aspects are good, but my mind always goes to a 10, so I can get a 10 across the board if we're adding up for points or something like that. But hygiene is going to be also key. You need to take care of your teeth, your skin, your hair, nails, etc. Just taking care of yourself. And I also have environmental things that you should be taking care of, right? Obviously, limit your smoking and your alcohol consumption. Alcohol might go more in nutrition, but basically, what kind of environmental toxins are you exposing yourself to? Are you wearing, today is the best day, but typically you want to be wearing natural fibers, stuff like that. Not exposing yourself to harsh chemicals, even just in your home, the cleaning chemicals that you use. For me, I'll flare up if I use unnatural deodorants and stuff like that. Being cognizant or just aware of those, to me, you don't want to have the naturalistic fallacy where everything natural is good and better, but you want to have an idea of, is my hygiene helping me, or are these things in the long term hurting me, right? For me, all I use is very basic soap, more natural deodorants and things like that, and beef tallow for skincare and stuff like that. Beef tallow is great. Coconut oil can be good, but it is, porous, or it could clog your pores, so use it sparingly. But stuff like that, just having a good idea of your hygiene, getting your teeth brushed, flossed, and some mouthwash. Again, you want to make sure those things are getting done, and ideally using more natural methods to do so. That kind of stuff, just taking care of your health. So if you're not taking care of those, you might be more likely to get sickness and stuff like that. But also nutrition is a lot of times, whether that's physical or mental illnesses, a lot of times those can be rooted in an improper diet. Make sure that the quality of your food is going to be held to a high standard, as well as understanding the quantity of those things, especially if they are not ideal when it comes to quality. Getting some sunlight, it's going to help with your mood, etc. Making sure you rest, recover, get that sleep. This is how you build a portfolio of vitality, how you get that energy, how you become in great shape. Now, this is the kind of thing where, sure, you might not hit. I have numbers here. This is just from so far today, actually. So I did some conditioning or some cardio, did some recovery. Or sorry, I'm marking sleep, yeah. Had pretty good sleep, not 100% ideal, but my scoring metrics here, let me see if I can zoom out real quick. Scoring metrics are from 0, 1, 2, or 3. And basically the way that I look at it, see if I can move. 0 is going to be a null, or it didn't happen, or it was even not progressive. It was regressive, if that's a word. It was counterproductive, or was a regression from getting closer to my goals or making progress. Number 1 is going to be the base, so the base level, more like a maintenance kind of thing. Number 2 is going to be build, or making progress, doing better than an actual just simple maintenance level. And then 3 is going to be peak. Did I make noticeable or a high amount of progress that is going to help me in the future, or was really good for today? Peak is going to be your optimal level. Now, you might not always get there on all of these every day, and that's understandable, but understanding also that you can have strong days in some areas, but realistically, to me, just a portfolio, it's about making consistent deposits, or even in this case, daily deposits. Now, daily deposits is something I could speak on when it comes to different things, whether that's growing your business or advancing your career, investing in yourself mentally, physically, and otherwise, or investing in relationships. To me, it's all about making daily deposits. Without those, you're setting yourself up to have regret. And if you can have those daily deposits, you can go to bed happy and make the world a better place. So with that said, that's the clip for today. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want to connect further, hit me up on Instagram ideally, or LinkedIn. I'm on there as well. And then obviously drop a like and subscribe if you're following here on YouTube. Talk to you guys soon, and I'll put out another video tomorrow. Looking forward to it.